There's so many really great players around the Annapolis area, around the Maryland area. We're fortunate to have some of these guys playing our guitars. With us today is Jordan Sokel. Jordan is the founder and leader of the band Pressing Strings. Great songwriter, great musician, great singer. And thanks for coming, Jordan, and thanks for playing our guitars.
Joe, appreciate it.
It really means a lot to us.
Oh man,
you know?
I'm honored. It's a pleasure. This thing is a beautiful instrument. You can just tell the craftsmanship behind it. It's been an honor. Thank you for giving me the tour as well.
What made you interested in playing music?
But I've always been the type to get like goosebumps from music pretty easily, and like have it affect like my nervous system. So I remember I've always sort of had it like affect my whole body. I knew I could sing like on pitch and like kind of match things by ear from an early age.
So you could sing something that you heard.
Yeah, I could sing something that I heard, and I could also, like, we used to have like a broken guitar around the house with like 2 strings. And so that's the way I sort of like could learn by ear, where you just sort of like learn the notes on the one string. Okay, those ones work, and then these ones work.
Like 25, 64, you know.
Yeah, yeah. And like I remember learning
Iron Man,
Pink Floyd, "Wish You Were Here," like on one string.
Right. So how old were you then?
I didn't start playing guitar like seriously until I was about 13 years old.
Okay.
Something like that when I moved to Maryland. But before then, like I was noodling around and just kind of figuring it out. Like I was saying on that guitar, probably since I was like 5 or 6 years old.
So really, you were starting back.
I guess I was starting back then. Yeah, and I was like, I remember being in like chorus class or like whatever it was called back when you were in elementary school, and the teacher being like, "Okay, Jordan, you're gonna have a solo here," and like I remember just being like, "Oh, I guess I can sing."
So, the band Pressing Strings. When did you guys start? When did Pressing Strings start?
It started when I was in college at Salisbury University, and it started with me and my good friend. His name is Josh Kachura. We ended up in the same sort of like summer house in between school years in Ocean City, Maryland, and I knew he played guitar and I played guitar, so I'd never been in a band before, and so I had just started to get into writing songs and like writing lyrics and like starting to get serious about it, and it was just one of those things where it's just kind of like right time, right place, right business sense to go start getting ourselves gigs and
just you and him,
just me and him as a acoustic duo, and that's kind of where the name came from. Pressing Strings, because it was kind of like, oh, what are we doing? It's kind of,
Pressing Strings.
So that's where it started, and then we picked up our bassist, who's still with us, who's been with us for a while. His name's Nick Welker. So we have a drummer now named Justin Kruger, and since we picked up Justin, it's been just kind of snowballing.
One of the things that happened to me is I just turned on the radio and you were on there, okay? And then 3 days later, I just turned on the radio and you were on there again. So I was kind of like, man, wow, Jordan and Pressing Strings seems to be getting a lot of play. What's happening right now? Are you guys are touring? Where are you touring? And how is that going? Like, what's the momentum right now for Pressing Strings?
Touring is the game now. What we've been doing is the Eastern Seaboard. We've just been going from Maine down to like Atlanta and Charleston and that whole section of the country. We've been just kind of humping Route 95 and Route 81 and a lot of Virginia stuff. We went out to Colorado and back this past year for the first time. So yeah, we're just kind of steadily just drawing slightly bigger circles and trying to get to new places.
Obviously things are starting to take off, and certainly hope hope the best for you guys. You deserve it. Okay. Anybody who hasn't heard Pressing Strings, definitely check them out. Really, really great songs. Great songwriter. Great singer Jordan is. That's some great backup vocals in there.
Thanks.
You know, I think that you guys certainly have the sound, and you seem to have the momentum going your way. So I hope the best for you, Jordan.
Thanks, Joe. I appreciate you, man.
Absolutely. I appreciate you. Absolutely.